Senator Barack Obama has distanced himself from his former pastor, the Reverend Jeremiah Wright, but is it enough?
Political analyst Thom Serafin joins us right now with some insight. All right, this is campaign dead in the water. Good morning to you. What are the polls saying?
Well, you know, the polls are saying that he's obviously been injured. 70% of Americans are suggesting that, hey, this has impacted their attitude about Barack Obama. The big numbers are with the independent voters. I mean, right now, independent voters are much more concerned about what they perceive as un-American comments about Reverend Wright and that association with Barack Obama. So Barack's got to be able to do and win in North Carolina next Tuesday. He's got to win that race. And then he's not expected to win Indiana, but that's close. It's our neighboring state. 25% of the people in Indiana watch this newscast and other newscasts from Chicago. He's got a lot of friends up here in the city of Chicago. He's got somebody's got to step up and help him, though. Right now, he's been doing that on his own. He needs some help there.
Yeah, what are you seeing? Do you see people that are looking at this and saying, it's been a tough few days for Barack, no doubt about it, Thom. So how do you think people are looking at this? That they're saying that he's best friends with this guy is un-American, this is his former pastor and friend. Are they believing that there's some of those beliefs have rubbed off on Barack?
Well, Karl Rove said at the beginning of this campaign, the president's former political advisor, that Hillary Clinton was a flawed candidate. And he was right because of her high negatives. So it was around 50, 51, 52%. Today, her negatives are at 46% unfavorable ratings. Right now, Barack Obama's negatives have gone in the last 2 months from 33% to 42%. So Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are in the 40s on their unfavorable ratings. So this whole thing has damaged both of them, but really severely damaged the Obama candidacy. That's the reason he stood up this week. I mean, his political campaign is very smart. They know how to read the overnight polls. That's what suggested that they needed to come in with a counterpunch, and they did very good at it.
Okay, so is he going to be able to recover from this? What is he going to have to do other than getting up and speaking and saying that he denounces Reverend Wright's comments?
Well, that's got to be put behind him. Michelle Obama, who's been kind of closeted for the last 3 or 4 weeks. People have been concerned about some of the comments that she has made inside the campaign. She's been put out there again. Yesterday was very interesting. 3 exclusive interviews with 3 other networks, including our network. They all talked about the same thing. She was on with Caroline Kennedy. That was her, you know, her armrest, kind of, the former daughter of President John Kennedy. They talked about families. They talked about getting a dog for the kids after this campaign. They talked about the husband. They talked about, in a small setting with primarily Caucasians in Indiana yesterday, the problems that she and her husband have in paying their bills. They talked about the price of groceries. They're trying to be more human, trying to be more family-oriented. He needs that female vote. He lost that in Pennsylvania. He's losing that in Indiana. That's a very important vote for him right now. So Michelle's going to become a bigger player in this campaign as we move forward. And he's got to be more of a normal, regular guy. You see Hillary Clinton right now. She's pumping gas. You know, she looks like Tammy Wynette out
right,
there.
Driving in the pickup truck yesterday. And then, you know, you saw, at least you're seeing him kind of playing some basketball. Maybe that's his way to get in touch with some voters in Indiana.
Right. He's going to have to do a lot of that over the next 4 or 5 days. And she's been very well, and he's been very well armed with talking points. Put the right thing behind us. They asked those questions again yesterday, and they said we're putting that behind us.
We'll see if the voters can put it behind them. That's the big thing.
They have to get off that issue and get back on the economy. Remember when this campaign started, the Iraq war was the #1 issue. Today, the #1 issue is the economy.
Of course.
That's what they have to
All right, May 6th, Indiana and North Carolina. We will be following it closely and talking to you again, I'm sure. Thank you so much, Thom.
Thank you.
There's going to be some big crowds and traffic problems downtown today. Patrick will be live to